Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of Sons of the Forest. It's your pal Filthy with you once more. So we're going to be working on the next part of the wall. I haven't quite filled that in as much as I said I was going to. I will demonstrate that my laziness carries over. I was going to fill that all in, and I didn't. But regardless, we're going to start working on this side. And what I'm hoping to do is I want to try and have the stairs right here, like in coming down in this square, and my goal is to, from here, I'm gonna extend the wall as far as I can take it this way. I think when I did a test build, I was able to get to about here, and my thought process is that at this point, no cannibals are going to be like climbing up or anything. Again, I know they're off, but regardless, my thought process is we don't need to be defending a cliffside. So the wall will stop when we get it as far as we can. We're not going to look at Virginia at the moment because it's raining and we don't want to get flagged for nudity. Kelvin, can you remove yourself from there, you tool? No, but okay. What? Like, hey, dude, where are you going? Can you get some logs for me there, buddy? Get logs and fill the holder, please. We're going to try and build today without cheating. When it comes time for using or filling in walls and stuff, we might change our mind. But for right now, however, we are going to do our best to not cheat. And Kelvin, I swear to God, why did you just walk right back into... What? What? Okay. I didn't realize that Kelvin was part magician, but alright, we'll ignore that he just went jumping across the universe. He's a special guy, that's for sure. So we'll put that like that, and before we do that, let's take out our axe. And as I always do, I just wanted to take a second and say thank you for watching this. I know, again, I know that it goes without saying, but I feel I need to say it anyway, because for whatever reason, the views I'm getting have gone up quite a bit, and based on the math that YouTube has provided for me, things are, I start to lose viewers at about the 3-minute mark, so I wanted to say if you are one of the viewers in that 3-minute mark, thank you so much, and I appreciate your time. Alright, so we've got the basic structure here laid out. I'm gonna go in and put in some of these floors. Once the floors are in, though, what I'm gonna go do is actually, like, work on this section here, in the sense that, there we go. And it's gonna come down, which is okay. I could find a way to try and level it out, but I just don't really want to do that. Like, I'm okay having it, or having stairs go down, and it will all make sense as we go about building it. Actually, Virginia, since you're here, I'm going to give you clothes so you're not as pornographic, for lack of a better word. There you go. Now you're all covered up, and I can keep you in my videos. Yeah, so as I said, I'm going to finish putting the floor in here. Kelvin? I'm fairly... Oh, okay, yeah, you're off the hook here, pal. You're off the hook this time. Like, he definitely just power moved me. This dude, I tell you, he is something else. Also, right before I went to go record, I realized that the full version of the game will be coming out in 2 months, which to me is just insane that I've been playing this game for almost a calendar year now. And this is still technically the early access version. That's impressive. I think that Crack of Thunder means that the snow is on the way shortly. But anyway, as I was saying, it's crazy that I've been playing this for almost a calendar year now, and I'm still learning how to do things, but I think that that's a testament to a good game. Anyway, at this rate, I'm just going to put in the floors, and then we'll start on the next part of the wall. How often have I complained on this series about things like it not letting me not explaining what the problem is? For whatever reason, it will not let me place a plank going the other way. So, in order to avoid an OCD nightmare, I've got to pull all of these up and have them going the same direction. Isn't that just super? So the next thing that we're going to do is I want to put up some walls in here because I'm gonna, again, this is basically going to be a tower, hopefully, and, you know, we're gonna play around with it. We're gonna try and change the design. Well, not change the design, but we're gonna play around with it, and I'm not set on a final design is what I was trying to say. And then before we do that, though, before I focus on this tower, I want to try and start getting this lined up a little bit in the sense that I want to make sure that I'm not abandoning this wall idea, because I feel like that's something I'm probably going to end up doing at some point. Like, I don't want to get too far into playing it, or into my build, and then I'm like, I don't want to do a wall anymore. So that's why we're working on it now, and I'm gonna have to get rid of this tree because it is a doo-doo head. There, I said it. All right, so the basic structure of the wall is now down. We're gonna come out from here. There's some stairs down, and to be completely honest, there is a design that I practiced that I'm hoping I can recreate, where I managed to have the roof all fun and like it actually changes direction and heads this way, but we'll see if I can pull that off. This is about as far as I was able to take it, because anything after this I was having to like add more uneven planes, and it just it didn't really fit. And I think that this is far enough out that in theory what I can do is get rid of all of these because I don't need them. Yeah, in theory, what I can do is, like, put some defensive walls here just to, like, cap it off. But again, I don't think, even if bad guys were turned on, nice, that I don't think that they're really gonna make their way up the side of the cliff here. So this seemed like a reasonable spot to call it. So what I want to do next is I'll get all the floor in for this, and then after we do that, I might put up some basic walls just to like give you an idea of what it looks like and start the process, but then we're going to go back to working on the tower. But yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and start getting a whole bunch of planks because dear Kelvin here has taken care of us. Alright, that part is done in the sense that I was able to put some planks down. I had to mess around with the stairs. For whatever reason, it wasn't allowing me to put stairs, so I tried rope bridges. I tried having the stairs going this way. It was turning into a whole to-do, but regardless, we got it, and I think it's going to come together pretty nicely. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is I want to get, as I said, I want to get the basic walls put in on along here, and then we're going to move on to a second floor of this tower here. I think down at the end will probably be some kind of tower, but I'm thinking for down at that end, we'll just put like a rope to climb up as opposed to trying to put stairs in, but we will see when we get there. You know what? I decided actually I'm going to keep you with me here. I wanted to say again, thank you so much for watching. It's very much appreciated, and I'm not 100% sure what we will be working on in the next video. I think that depending on how this tower goes, I might try and oh god, I'm so used to using log hack that when I only have 2 logs, I forget that I have to go back for more. But yeah, as I was saying, I think what I want to work on next is I saw a video that someone else made where they did the math on how many light bulbs you can have on a single solar panel before you like max it out, and they basically explained that if you put 9 light bulbs on a single circuit and then build one of the creepy leg lamps like the one from Deuce Bigelow, that will like max out the circuit, and when you go to turn on the leg lamp, it will max out the circuit and turn off everything because it's too much power. And then when you go to turn off the leg lamp again, it's not, or you're back to having enough power for it all. So all that to say, I think what we're going to do next is I want to head back into the house, or I might even play around with the power here, but what I want to do is start to wire things up as opposed to waiting till we get further in the build, because my concern is not that it will go bad, not that it will be problematic in any sense, but rather I want to I want to be cognizant of that as I'm going, as opposed to thinking about it after the fact. So, yeah, all that to say, the next episode might be some power stuff. But for now, let me do these walls here, which sounds much naughtier than I meant it to be. Nice. And just before I forget, let's go ahead and start the fence. Again, you can place fence pieces on these flat parts here, but on rope bridges and stuff you can't, so you essentially have to fake it. So what I want to try and do is I want to try and get one as close to there. Oh, yeah, see, that's probably a little bit too far, so we'll just bring it a little bit closer, and then you can just pop that bad boy in right there and kind of keep a straight line, because it's important that a fence is straight, because what would be the point of having a fence post down there? You know what I'm saying? Okay, now that that's done, before we get the roof on this, I wanted to go ahead and work on my roof design. So what I want to do now is go find some halves that I've already cut, like these fellas here, or madams. I shouldn't assume the log's gender, but regardless, we're going to use some of these. Get out of my way, other logs. God, so rude. And then we fall off. Kelvin, could you stop staring at me while I'm struggling here? You are so lucky those logs are in. Okay, you're happy. The Gentleman Kills for Thrills that I watch all the time, I find it very funny that for some reason his Kelvin is just miserable. Like, it doesn't matter what he does. He'll nod at him, and Kelvin will always respond with, shaking his head no. It's like, well, what exactly is the problem here, Kelvin? And it's very funny because it doesn't seem to matter what he does. And it's like, it's kind of fun that, we're playing the same game, but so far seem to have vastly different experiences. Well, not vastly different in the sense that, we're both doing the same things, but you know what I'm saying. Regardless, let's get these placed very carefully, because this is quite the precarious position. There we go. There we go. And one more for good measure. Okay, so now we should be able to get a full log, which is this one we've got hanging out on the stairs here. That's just a plank. Nice try, plank. You're not getting the better of me this time. What does that even mean? I would love to blame the game for this, but this is my bad. These need to be going a different direction, I believe, in order for this to work the way that I want it to. So yeah, we're gonna pull all those down and start fresh. Now I remember what I did differently in my test build. I still haven't quite figured out how to have walls lead into each other. Oh, you know what? I've got an idea. We'll see if this pans out. So if I go like so, and grab myself a half log, which I believe is the approximate height of that, and then I go take one of these full logs and put it across. Will it let me do this? No, it appears that I cannot. Okay, so it was worth a shot. I gotta look into how to do roofs properly. I still very much struggle with them, but you know what? The point of this game is to have fun and have the lightning practically give you seizures, but that's neither here nor there. Let me get this roof done. And like that, the roof on that section is done. We're gonna do the roof up here, obviously, and I'm gonna save just before we go to move on to the next part of this, because I want to try something. As I was saying I don't know if I was saying before, but I saw one person playing this go through and chop the, oh, you know what? It might not let me now that there's stuff on top of it. Huh. How did they do that, I wonder? Let me go ahead and save, and then I will demonstrate what I was thinking here. Save. Nope. That's the wrong button. Okay. It might let me do it over here. Yeah, so, like, they somehow managed to glitch it, that they were able to cut the post, but the supporting structure stayed in place. I have no idea how they did that, or what, but it, give me that one as well. Yeah, we don't need that, and that one's okay. Okay, so it was just that extra, and yeah, it was just those two extras. So, as it turns out, that's not going to be a thing, because I'm not getting the cutting prompt, so I have a different design in mind, but regardless, we've got to get the roof up on this, and then we will move on to this design that I keep referencing. And now for the very monotonous part of filling in all of this crap. I wouldn't mind it so much if it wasn't for the fact that it gives you random little pieces of discard that, like, you can't do anything with. Like, you can turn it into firewood and stuff, but it's so just monotonous and stupid. Anyway, so once we're going to do that, oh, I forgot a piece. There we go. That would have been El Terrible. Yeah, as I was saying before I ADD'd, I'm going to go ahead and fill this in, and then eventually I'm going to remove this piece here. I literally just have it so I can get up. And then after that, I will probably fill in the ground floor walls and kind of decorate it just a touch, and then that's where we will call it a day. But regardless, let me go ahead and start doing this. Alright, I've decided that what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log out and log back in to get rid of all of this debris and crap. And then once we do that, we're going to fill in these walls here, at least on the basement. And I'm actually going to fill them all in before I say goodbye, just that way I'm not forcing, or I'm not being lazy like I did with the other wall. But regardless, I will see you in just a moment. So pro tip for you, make sure that you save your progress before you go to log out to clean things up. I just had to redo the roof and then log out again. So that's all done now, and I wanted to show off what I was thinking, since I can't cut the walls down like I thought I could. So let's just go ahead and drop these, get an axe out. Any old axe will do. And hiya! So what I was thinking is I'm going to go ahead like this, and like so. And then, oh, you're going to be a butthole face. Can you say butthole face on YouTube? I guess we'll find out. I mean, I literally can say it. It's just, will it become a problem is the real question. And like that, we are done. But I'm going to put one there. And now we will, I'm going to turn log hack back on for this next part because it's going to be quite laborious. Basically, we're just going to fill in the walls here, and that's where we will call it a day, because in theory we can keep going, in theory we can work on more, but you know, this is kind of what I wanted to accomplish for today, so that's what we're going to do. Let me just go ahead and get the log hack set up, and then start the walls, and I'll kind of show you what it's looking like as we get through finishing it. I am always talking about Kelvin and his power moves. I'm working on this wall here, and he decides that this is the exact spot that he's going to stop and hang out. What a guy. I'm at a loss for how to describe him, other than just the man. Like, look at that. That is a majestic being right there. But jokes aside, I think that the way they've done the AI in this game is something that I hope they incorporate into other games, especially other survival games. Like, I think what Kelvin and Virginia do for you is something that would be well suited in other games. Like, I don't know if End Night has other projects that they're working on, or if they're just going to be dedicating their time to keeping Sons of the Forest updated, but I feel like a lot of companies could probably learn from them in what they're able to do with their companions. But yeah, at this point, we're just going to keep filling in the walls, as I said, and I'm hoping that I don't get tired of this before the walls are done, because this is already super monotonous. All right, dramatic reveal time. There it is. It is filled in. We will be doing the upper floor probably in the next episode. I'm not quite sure. Well, obviously I need to cut a wall here. Oh, thank goodness. Like, I was about to worry that I was cutting in the wrong spot, but there's that. Hey, don't swing at nothing, you dingus. Stop it. Stop it. There we go. That was kind of embarrassing, actually. And you know what? Since we're here, let's start this process. And with you joining me, you can probably hear my my heater kicking in. It's nice that it works, but I don't know if it needs to make itself known. Okay, so let's just cut some windows and stuff and throw some... let's take those out. I prefer... That's not even remotely close to what I was asking you to grab, game, but I appreciate your input. Oh, Kelvin, I'm very sorry there, bud. Yeah, so I can't take that out, which is certainly less than ideal. Where did that half log go? Oh, no. Oh, dear. Oh, my. Oh, gosh. Where... You're not a half log. Nice try. Okay, you know what? We're just going to cut this instead of wasting more time. I guess I have to keep that there. And, I mean, in theory, I don't have to keep it there, but I like the sense of symmetry that creates. I like that that's like a cohesive look across the board. Anyway, now that I've ADD'd, let's get some windows in here. We'll go like this. That's a big window. Yeah, you know what? It works. And we will put one here. And like that. And then I want to put one on both sides of this corner here because, again, if I'm doing things right, the wall will be just here underneath the drawbridge. Actually, I'll run over there so I can show you what I'm talking about. I've already technically started it with this 3/4 log, and can I? Yeah, I can chop that. So that's a 3/4 log that I'm gonna try and build directly underneath this drawbridge, with the hopes being that from up on the drawbridge rope bridge, you can see who's at the gate, basically. So that's going to be in a future episode, and that actually might be what we work on before we do the power episode that I was referencing earlier. And then probably just one over here. And like that, there you go. Okay, so now I'm just going to throw some torches and stuff in here and kind of pretty it up a little bit. I feel like I'm going to leave things kind of bare bones for the most part. And then eventually we'll go through and like decorate everything. Yeah, you can go away. I don't need you. I don't need any of you. Get out of here, you bums. Okay, on that note, thank you so much for joining me. If you liked it, go ahead and like and subscribe. And you know what? Even if you didn't, I would appreciate it nonetheless. Thank you so much, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.